This is linear algebra. We're gonna do solution sets of a homogeneous system. I'm gonna start with definition of homogeneous systems. What is a homogeneous system? We talk about matrix equation, vector equation, system of equation, augmented matrix. But system of linear equation is homogeneous, meaning is matrix equation is a constant term is gonna be zero. That's what we call homogeneous system of equation, guys. This guy is gonna be zero. Constant term is gonna be zero. Trivial solution is definition gonna be, guys. Trivial solution is actor, vector is zero. Then we say this one is trivial solution. So non-trivial solution meaning is there is a non-zero x value such that satisfies the equation ax equals 0. That's going to be, we call this x guys a non-trivial solution. So I'm going to give some example about this one. So homogeneous system have two things. Ax, the metric equation, here is homogeneous, guys. This part is always non-trivial solution. Why? So here's my example, guys. A metric, I'm gonna give 2, negative 1, and 1. We wanna thinking about A times X vector is 0. So let's find X two different way, guys. First, X is 0. Trivial solution. That's what we say, right? So X is 0, which meaning is 0 vector, meaning is 0 and 0. This one is a solution of this matrix equation. Let's check it. A times X. A is 2, negative 1, and 1. X vector is 0 and 0. This one is 0, 2, negative 2, 0, negative 1, and 1, which meaning is 0 and 0. So that's going to be 0 vector. So x equals 0 is always solution of a matrix equation. So that's A has ax equals 0, always x equals 0. That's trivial solution. Okay, second part. Ax equals 0 has non-trivial solution if and only if equation have at least one free variable. So let's check it out. X is gonna be x1, x2. These guys cannot be zero vector because they say non-trivial solution. Let's just solve this matrix equation. How can solve matrix equation? You can make an augment matrix. Okay, now you're really good at the raw operation. To change this augment matrix is envelope form. So first gonna be we're gonna have exchange R1, R2 because this pivot should be on the top. So I'm gonna do it. All right. So next step is gonna be this guy gonna be negative 1. It's gonna be 1. So negative 1, R1 gonna be R1. So this one is 1, negative 1, 0, 2, negative 2, 0. So this one is below the pivot. That should be 0, right? So what do you need? Negative 2R1 plus R2 go to R2. So this one is negative 2, positive 2, 0. So you have this one is 1, negative 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, right? This form. So which one is a free variable, guys? This one is non-zero solution, meaning is this one is pivot column x1. This one is a pivot column x2. So x1 is pivot column is 1. So first one is x1 minus x2 is 0. Second is a pre-variable. X2 is pre-variable. Okay? which meaning is x factor gonna be x2, x2. So which meaning is any number x2. So x gonna be, solution gonna be 1 and 1, or 2 and 2, or keep going, guys. That's the non-trivial solution. So matrix homogeneous, the system has non-trivial solution is the metric equation has one free variable, guys. Let's have one example for non-trivial solution to the homogeneous system of equation, guys. So this one is homogeneous system of equation. How do you know? This one is, guys, this guy constant metric is going to be 0. Look at the constant metric is 0. This one is coefficient. A going to be, this one is a coefficient, guys. This is a coefficient metric. So that's, we know this is a homogeneous system. So let's find the non-trivial solution about this, guys, okay? Let's just start with here. So you have argument metric 1, 2, -1, 3, -1, and 1, -1. Oh, here is -3, guys, here, -3, -3. Here is -3, 3, -1. Metric gonna be 0, 0. Constant metric is 0. So I want to do a little speed up, so I'm not going to give detail of law operation, guys, but you're pretty good at right now. So first one is 3R1 is right there. 3, 6, -3. Here it is. R1 is right there. 1, 2, -1. So 3R1 plus R2 go to R2. R1 plus R3 gonna be R3. Okay, so you have new augmented metric 1 to -1. That's gonna be 0, 5, negative. What is it? What is -1? Here is 1, -2. Here is 0, 5, -2. Right here, 0, 0, 0. Everyone see that? So here is pivot is a 5. You're going to have this should be 0. So you're going to see what you have to do. -1 R2 going to be here 0, -5, 2, and 0. So you have new one right here. -1 R2 plus R3 going to R3. No, R3, right? So you have a new augmented matrix 1, 2, -1. 0, 5, -2, 0, 0, 0. That's gonna be 0, 0, 0. Everyone see that? So, which one is pretty variable, guys? Here is x1 pivot column, x2 pivot column, x3 pivot column. Here is gonna be, let's say this one is pivot, this one is pivot, but this one does not have pivot, right? So we're gonna say x3 is free variable. Everyone see that? So let's go to the R2. R2 gonna be 5x2 minus 2x3 gonna be 0. R1 gonna be x1 plus 2x2 minus x3 gonna be 0. So you say x3 gonna be free variable. So let's say x3 gonna be s. So solve for x2, solve for x1, guys. So this guy gonna be 5x2 equal 2x3. So x2 gonna be 5x2 gonna be 2s. x2 gonna be 2s over 5. Let's you find the first, okay? Let's go first row right there. So this one is x1 equal x3 minus 2x2. So x3 gonna be s minus 2 times 2s5. This gonna be s minus 5s over 5. That's gonna be s over 5. Okay? So now you find the non-trivial solution of x. What is x1? 1 over 5s. x2, 2 over 5 over s. s3, that's the s. Another way you rewrite this solution, what is common factor here? I'll factor out x. That's gonna be 1 over s, 2 over s. That's gonna be 1. That's gonna be non-trivial solution homogeneous system, guys, okay? Okay, next one is you guys practice. Pause the video, you should by yourself. Okay, welcome back, guys. Let's just try do together. This one is gonna be coefficient metric. This is constant metric is 0. So we want to solve this one, guys. Let's just solve this one. Here is gonna be 3, 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, 4, 6, 1, negative 8. You're gonna be 0, 0, 0. So let's do here, guys. You can do it, right, guys? Okay, so I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna write down 3R1. I'm gonna write down negative 2R. 1 is there. 3R1, 3. Oh no, here is just R1 you need, right? Just R1. 3, 5, negative 4. What you did? R1 plus R2 going to R2. That's what you have to do first. So R1 doesn't change. 3, 5, negative 4. So R2 gonna be 0, 3, 0, 0. Got it? Here. Negative 2 times R1, that's gonna be negative 6, negative 10, 8, 0. So what you did, negative 2 R1 plus R3 go to R3. So what do you have here? You guys, 0, negative 9, 0, and 0. Okay? So another thing is the pivot is gonna be, here is a pivot, here is pivot. So this guy should be 0, right? So what do you have to do? What do you need here? You have 3 times R2 probably here. 0, 9, 0, 0. So what kind of operation you did? 3 times R2 plus R3 going to R3. So you have 3, 5, negative 4, and 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That you have, right? So let's see. Which one is a free variable? Guys, look at this one. Here is going to be 3, 3. Guys, even though here, you're going to divide by, each row going to be divided by 3. Let's do that that way. 1/3 R1 going to be R1. 1/3 R2 going to be R2. Then pivot is going to be all 1. So 1, 5 over 3. Negative 4 over 3 and 0. This one is 0, 1, 0, 0. Here is 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so which one is going to be free variable, guys? Here is pivot column x1, pivot column x2, pivot column x3. Here is a pivot, here is a pivot, here is no pivot. So you're going to say x3 is free variable. Right? So R2, row 2 gonna be x2 equals 0, right? So let's go R1, row 1 gonna be x1 minus 5 over 3x2 minus 4 over 3x3 equals 0. So x3 is a free variable. You're gonna say x3 gonna be s. This going to x2 already defined it, right? So we're gonna go here. So x1 gonna be 5 over 2x2 plus 4 over 3x3. So x2 is 0, 4 over 3s. So did you find the x non-trivial solution? So x1 is 4 over 3s. x2 is 0, x3 is s. Another way to rewrite 4 over 3, that's gonna be s0, 1. That's the non-trivial solution for homogeneous equation, guys, okay? Now, we work on the system of equation, homogeneous equation with one free variable, but there are two free variables for the homogeneous system. I always give the coefficient metric right there because constant metric is always 0. Look at this homogeneous system with coefficient metric. Look at this one, okay? So which one is free variable right there, guys? This one is pivot column x1. Here is pivot column x2. Here is pivot column x3. Here is pivot column x4. But pivot is 1 here. Pivot is 1 here, but there's no pivot. x3, x4. So you're going to say x3, x4 are free variable. Then x1 and x2 is a basic variable. Okay, that's you decide, guys. Okay. Let's say x3 is a free variable, I put the s. x4 is a free variable, I put the t, any real number. So R1, they say x1 minus x3 plus x4 is 0 because constant is always 0, guys. So you see this one is x1, 8x3 minus x4, which meaning is as minus t. Let's find x1. Let's go R2, row 2, guys. So x2 plus 3x3 plus 2x4 equals 0, which meaning is x2 is negative 3x3 minus 2x4. So you're going to see negative 3s minus 2t. So you find the non-trivial solution x. So x1, 8s minus t. x2, negative 3s minus 2t. x3, s, x4 is t. Everything makes sense? So I'm gonna separate these vectors, two vectors, okay? So you're gonna separate. See that? First column vector, all the s term. Second column vector, all the t term. So what is common is first column, that's the s. So you're gonna put a is 3, 1, 0. Second column, you're gonna take out t. This one is negative 1, negative 2, 0, 1. So general solution, how can we write it? As I'm gonna put this one is a v vector, this one is w vector, s v vector plus t w vector. What are you gonna say, guys? This one is linear combination of v w vector.